It wasn't my idea to start.
Tell me about it.
Kurt loved me. After I lost him because of you. My whole life, all I ever have really wanted. Have you got any idea of the pain? Do you understand how much I hated you?
I understand how much you needed someone to blame.
I was searching for a way to pay you back.
I see. So you paid Charlotte to pay me back.
Oh, dear Lord, I wish it were that simple. Frank, I can't... Look, Frank, there's something going on right now, and I can't stop it.
What are you talking about?
I am talking about something that is violent. It is malevolent. It's like a poisoned wind or one of those horrible currents that people get caught in, and I let it loose. But dear God, Frank, I didn't have any idea that it would go this far. And you've got to believe that. Really, you've got to believe that, because I'm terrified right now. Really scared.
All right. All right, let's have it from the beginning. All of it.
One morning, not too long ago, I was sitting in my office trying to work and just so full of hate and anger that I couldn't. And this young woman walked in. She talked herself past Schultze, looking vulnerable and desperate. Charlotte. She told me that she needed some money to care for her family and that if I would provide it, she would undertake to ruin Frank Ryan's political career.
Just like that. That's quite an offer.
Yeah, and I left at it.
You didn't ask or wonder where she came from or how she turned up?
No, I did not. I didn't care. I took her at face value because I needed to at the time, and that was that.
So you gave her what she needed?
Money and information. You'd be surprised, Frank, at how much I remember from the times when you were what I wanted, when you were going to be my replacement for Hollis Kirkland in my life. And anyhow, we put together a story, and I really did think that it was all my idea, but looking back on it now, I can see that she led me. She led me every step of the way. I gave it to her chapter and verse, everything you'd ever told me about yourself and the Ryans. I told her about habits that you had and tastes and your weaknesses. I gave her portraits of everyone that's ever been important in your life. You talked a lot in those days, Frank. You told me an awful lot. Family stories.
What about Charlotte's story? The phony marriage, the documents, the forgeries.
She arranged and I paid for it.
Did you get your money's worth?
More.
Yeah, your cover story was so brilliant, wasn't it? You simply had to enjoy the whole thing. I remember that night you were there gloating at the RIMSA meeting when Charlotte sabotaged my campaign and the party dumped me. And everyone bought your cover story, didn't they, Ray? Oh, it couldn't be Ray. How did it feel? Did it feel good? Were you satisfied? You had an eye for an eye?
Yes, I did. It was wonderful. But it was the only thing I wanted. That was enough.
Enough? You don't know the meaning of the word enough. But you are about to find out, because now it's my turn.
Frank, I am trying to tell you that woman is not through with you. Will you please listen to me, because I'm terrified right now. I have unleashed something that I don't begin to understand. Please. There is something in this that's full of hatred and fury and malevolence. These people want your blood.
You know, I learned in just 50 minutes that I am not a congenital coward. I'm just naturally cautious, boy. Oh, I tell you, I wanted to pay this guy by the inside, but he said he'd rather be able to count on the hourly fee. Ah, Lee, just what the doctor ordered. Faith, hope, and the soul of charity. You have made all the difference.
Should I be flattered? Hello, Tom.
Lee, Wes has just been filling me in on all of his progress. Yeah, have no fear. Have no fear. I am out to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you have not misplaced your faith in me. I am going to out-Finelli Finelli.
Oh, my.
Yes. And I know that you love me for myself, too. And I'm going to do that, too. I am going to radiate self-confidence from this screen. You know, yesterday, after your little pep talk, boy, I left here talking to myself, and I said, Wesley, you know, you have got to justify this magnificent woman's faith in you. So I went out, and I found myself a shrink and a hypnotist. You see, the shrink will help me unravel all those old fears about those blinking little red lights. And the hypnotist, well, you know, he'll tell me, forget him.
That's just wonderful, isn't it, Tom?
No, sure it is.
But, you know, I don't want you to do anything that goes against the grain for you. I mean, I wouldn't want you to do anything that would make you in the least bit uncomfortable. No.
No. You are just too much. I mean, you have a soul of amazing generosity. No, I have signed a contract. That is a sacred trust, and I am going to do my utmost to live up to its terms. You know, I couldn't live with myself otherwise.
Well, Wes, you don't have to feel any obligation.
I know, but I do. And not just to the two of you. I mean, to myself as well, to the, dare I say it, born anchorman that's lurking within, fighting to find his way out. I know, I'm ahead of myself. I'm into social commentary right now, but that's just for now, yes?
Yeah, well, that of course is what we had in mind, what Jack was doing.
Well, great, then you've come to the right place, because I've got tons of ideas, okay? All right. First thing we have to do is go back to Jillian Coleridge. Now, this time, we go live from her campaign headquarters. Now, I'll say something like, I don't know, Jill, the night you were on my show, I had this terrible tropical virus infecting my throat and I couldn't talk, and ask you all these vital, pithy questions, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, we'll have to go over to Minucci's office, too. No, I mean, out of fairness. I mean, not the same day, of course. Okay. All right, so that's enough for politics. Then, well, you got your community stuff, right? Preparation for the Irish Festival in Coney Island, traveling around one day with the mobile vet facility. The arts. Backstage with the opera in the park. Is there anything wrong with these ideas? I mean, I've got more.
No, of course, they're wonderful. In fact, Jack had a lot of them in mind.
Yeah, well, you know, great minds think alike.
It occurs to me that all of these are remote operations. And every time that we take a camera or a crew outside, it costs us a fortune. Maybe you ought to consider learning the ropes inside the studio first, and then when you're feeling comfortable...
No. Now, Jack did remote. Wes will do remote. And even better ones. Also, my shrink thought it'd be a good idea if I worked with a smaller camera.
You know, it's just barely possible that if we spoke very nicely to him, Jack might consider coming back. In an advisory capacity, of course.
Oh, is that so? How's this for an idea? A pair of feature commentators.
That's great. That's great.
Wes Leonard and Jack Finelli, huh?
Okay. Why do I get the feeling that Jack Finelli is sitting somewhere here on a dead tree limb, just sort of hovering, waiting to swoop down on me before I get a second chance?
No, of course. No, it's nothing like that. We're as good as our word, aren't we, Tom?
So, absolutely.
No, we told you that you have our faith and our trust, and you've got it.
Great. You won't be sorry. Listen to me, that was just the beginning. I got other ideas. Okay, out in Brooklyn, there are merchants on Smith Street who contend that the street is slowly sinking into the F-train tunnel. Okay, now we go out there with our own team. We roll some marbles, you know, make some measurements, and talk to the transit authority. This is a good one. Then I thought, how about a tour of unidentified statuary in New York City? I mean, hey, besides Alice in Wonderland, who the hell are these people, all right? The Invasion of Riverside Park by Japanese Nazis.